Hi, Dr. Bacon here. I'd like to talk to you today about the topic of creativity. Now, creative individuals have certain traits that they exhibit, and some of those traits are sort of a great deal of physical energy. That's not to say that they can't be quiet and restful, but at the same time they may exhibit these periods of great energy. One reason you want to try to stay in good shape. Another trait of creative people is that on one hand they can appear to be very smart and yet very naive. They can live in an imaginary world, a fantasy world at one time, and then in reality at another time. There's all these different endpoints that they seem to occupy. They can be introverted at one time and extroverted at another time. They tend to be humble and yet also proud. They tend to be passionate and yet very objective, almost detached. They tend to suffer more, seem to subject to more pain, but at the same time they can have more enjoyment. They oftentimes exhibit traditional or conservative values and yet can be rebellious and iconoclastic. So these are lots of sort of extreme ends of the spectrum of human emotion for creative individuals. They're not necessarily of the highest IQ, that's not necessary to be creative, but then again, low to average IQ does somewhat rule out creativity. Now, that may not necessarily be true. Many people may have these traits, some of these traits, and not have all of these traits. So I don't think we can really narrow down on creativity and say this person on one hand is creative and this person over here is not creative. Creative people, people that are involved in discovery or invention, oftentimes talk about feeling in the flow when their action and their responsibilities seem to be in concert, when they seem to sense themselves as the cause of the action. They're not on one hand frustrated, repressed on the other hand. Oftentimes athletes will feel in the flow when things are going well, when the golfer just doesn't seem to miss any putts or any shots. Well, discovery and innovation occur also at times. Time seems to stand still. So if you have experienced these things, I'm sure it was very exhilarating. And it's hard at times simply, you can't turn it on or off, but you hope that it comes more than just rarely. Understanding the psychology of sort of life, having skills that help you to get through life in an enjoyable fashion, kind of things that make your life worthwhile. Those are things that we all strive for. Holistic life coaching is an area in which try to find out where you're supposed to be, where you're going, who are you as a person. And I definitely encourage people to think about holistic life coaching. Dr. Csikszentmihalyi Bacon is a holistic life coach. Holistic life coaching can be obtained and done through certified holistic life coaches such as Dr. Csikszentmihalyi Bacon. Dr. Jamie can be reached at Sapere at live.com. Sapere is S-A-P-E-R-E at live.com. I encourage you to give her a shout, send her an email, and talk about holistic life coaching with Dr. Jamie.